counting down my channel's top 10 best moments from 2020. At the beginning of the year, I made a video all about repurposing plastic bottles. I showed you how to turn a bottle into a handy little cup, how to make a spoon, and how to make a really cool heart-shaped cookie cutter. But my favourite one from this episode was cutting a bottle out like this, then folding this loop around to make a handle, then heating up a bottle top slightly and extruding it, letting it cool and snipping off the end, to make an amazing mini funnel, perfect for filling up things like small bottles. In the middle of the year, I released this video, which was a compilation of 60 different food hacks. Because this is a compilation of older videos, I felt it didn't deserve a place higher up on my 2020 best of. But because the video was really well received by both new viewers and long-term viewers of the channel for its nostalgic value, I did think it was worthy of making the list. And one of my personal favourite life hacks from this video is using a hair pick like this to help with cutting food evenly and safely. It really does work well. Back in March, I released a video showing home school ideas and tricks to keep kids entertained. It included things like this refraction experiment, where we can make the direction of the arrow change by adding water, and this buoyancy experiment using popcorn kernels and lemonade. But my favourite trick in this video was trying to find 3 different ways to pick up a ping pong ball in a wine glass by only touching the glass. The first way was easy enough, by just scooping it up, and the second way too, by rolling it off the table into the glass. But the third way was a bit more tricky. I span the ball around inside of the glass and used the centrifugal force to help me lift the ball off the table. And if you're quick enough, you can flip the glass over and catch the ball. Pretty cool, huh? In this episode, I showed you a clever trick to open a combination padlock if you've forgotten the number. I started with a smaller lock and showed the technique needed to open the lock by rocking each of the dials and getting a feel for what the lock's doing. I then went on to demonstrate it on a larger padlock using exactly the same technique. It's a really cool trick, and it could be handy in an emergency. Back in April, I made a video showing 5 different ways to make a rainbow. These included wrapping lengths of coloured icing around the curve of a glass, like this, to make a beautiful rainbow for a cake decoration. Using a handful of Skittles cleverly arranged on a plate, and adding water, and melting wax crayons with a hairdryer to make some beautiful artwork. But I really like this experiment I did with water and food colouring, where I used loops of kitchen paper to bridge between glasses. And watch as the colour crawls along the paper as it absorbs it, and starts filling up the empty glasses and mixing the colours. It's a really cool little experiment, and it looks great. In at number 5 is this awesome simple magic tricks video, which I made in April. I showed you how to do some simple magic tricks which look really effective, like making a pencil levitate up from inside a bottle. Putting out a candle flame by pouring over heavy air, and grabbing the bubble out of a balloon, then magically making it reappear. This was my favourite trick, and it's really simple to do. If you didn't see the video, here's how I did it. By squeezing the bubble back and forth and hiding it in my hand. Pretty cool, huh? If you're new to my channel, you can make sure you don't miss any of my future content by subscribing and ringing the notification bell. And if you want to support the channel, you can click the join button. For a small monthly fee, you'll get access to perks like custom emojis and badges, and a discount on merch. Back in February, I exceeded 5 million subscribers to my channel, and to celebrate I decided to make a DIY candy floss or cotton candy machine. out of a desk fan, which I took apart, and a Coke can, which I cut down and modified to make a sugar spinner. I fitted it into this large trug, then poured in hot sugar to make my own homemade candy floss. Pretty sweet, huh? Last month I made a video of different experiments you can do with a soda can, like balancing one on its lip, and even standing one on the rim of a drinks glass, like this. We looked at what gallium metal can do to an aluminium can, and experimented with using cold water to change the internal air pressure. But my favourite part of this video was using drain cleaner to dissolve a can. I started by using sandpaper to remove the paint from the can to expose the aluminium underneath. This will react with a drain cleaner. I lowered it into a jug full and watched the bubbles as it started to dissolve it. After about an hour, the liquid had turned dark, and the aluminium sides of the can had been dissolved, exposing a plastic coating layer inside, which was still holding in the drink and keeping the can's shape. This really was crazy to see, and definitely worthy of a top 3 place on the best of. In July, I decided to make a video trialling out a pizza cutter. But instead of just trialling it with pizza, I tested it on 100 different foods. I found it worked well for making salads, cutting lettuce, small tomatoes, cucumbers, and other salad bits. I tried it on various desserts, ice cream, pie, hot dogs, McDonald's, ribs, fruit, pastries, and a whole lot more. It really was a fun video, and it took me weeks to eat my way through all the food. But this year's number 1 best moment has to go to the hot dog slicing gadget, the Dog Dicer. It's kind of like an egg slicer for hot dog sausages. It's got these serrated blades, and the idea is you lay in a hot dog sausage, flip over the slicer, and gently push it through. It did cut all the way through, and these bits are perfect for cooking with. But they weren't really straight down the middle because of the way the blade was hinged. It is a really fun and funny gadget, and definitely worthy of the top spot for this year's most entertaining moment. You can let me know in the comments which have been your favourite moments of the year, and I look forward to bringing you more entertainment next year. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.